Okay, boys and girls, we're ready for our next partial quotients division problem. So, get that pencil ready. Here we go. Our next problem is 423 divided by 4. All right, we'll find out also if there's going to be a remainder at the end. All right, let's start with 423 divided by 4. Okay, so in our last video, we learned that sometimes you want to go a little bit bigger to get closer to the number. You start with 423, which is called the dividend. That's a fancy word for the number that you start with, 423. So if we did 4 times 10, like we did when we first started learning about a long division, 4 times 10 would give us 40, but that's not even close to 423. That would take us a long time. So then I start thinking about faster ways to get there. And if I used a number that makes it over 423, then I just have to go lower. So I'm thinking to myself, kind of like we did in our last problem in the last video, 100. If I think about 100 times 4 and think about, would that get me close to 423? And again, if it goes over, then I have to go down lower. 100 times 4 would be kind of like repeated addition, 100 4 times. 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100. And what would that be? 400, right, you got it. So, hey, that gets us really close to 423. Let's give it a try. All right, so if we write down 100 on the outside here, we're going to multiply 100 times 4. 100 times 4 gives us 400, so go ahead and line up your columns, your ones, your tens, and hundreds, and draw your subtraction symbol and your equal sign. Now go ahead and subtract that. 3 minus 0 gives you 3. Good. 2 minus 0 is 2. And we know that 4 minus 4 is 0. You can write a 0 as a placeholder if you want to, but it's not necessary. Now, we're going to think about our fours facts again. We want to get as close as we can to 23. So I know that 4 times 6 is 24. That's too much, so I can't use that. That's pretty close, though. So what if I did 4 times 5? What would that give me? Oh, yeah, 4 times 5 is 20. Hey, that's pretty close. Let's try that. So let's write our 5 down here on the outside. 4 times 5 is 20. Write it down. Go ahead and subtract. Draw your equal sign. And now subtract 23 minus 20. 3 minus 0 is 3. So we have to say to ourselves, oh, I have a leftover remainder of 3. Can I multiply anything by 4 to get 3? No, because 4 times 1 is 4. Therefore, I'm going to have to leave that as my remainder. Now, the last step is to find our answer, or our quotient. So we're going to circle what we have here on the outside. Let's add it up. 100 plus 5 is, you said it, you got it, 105. So we're going to record that up top, 105. And I always like to write the remainder on the side here. Remainder, capital R, of 3. So our final answer, or quotient, is 105, remainder 3. Good job, everyone. Keep up the hard work.